Accept Gloria as your sister. Filled with determination, you assure Mother that Gloria is and will always be your sister. You want Gloria to be a Brante too. You want her to be a part of your family. Who cares what the nobles of Anizotti say? Mother beams with quiet joy when she hears that. Oh, Michael, if only you knew how happy that would make me to have our family united at last. However, the joy in her face quickly gives way to concern. But I already owe good Sir Robert a debt I can never repay. He's given my daughter so much, home and education, his care and advice. The Brante bloodline could suffer so much from Gloria's existence. We should all just learn to accept her status as it is. Just then you hear Gloria carefully knock at the door of Mother's chambers. Mother, Michael, I couldn't find you. You happily greet your sister. Yes, she's your sister. No old secrets can ever change that. Mother gives you and Gloria a kiss on the forehead and returns to her prayers. You and your sister walk downstairs together. Mother is alone at her bedside now, thanking the twins with a quiet prayer for the Brante family they have given her. You hope they can hear her. So she is grateful now. Mother is kind of sympathetic. You are 13 now. Another theology lesson. Today's sermon is about the priests and why the clergy is the only one of the free states with the right to interpret the laws and guide the other two estates accordingly. Thomas sits next to you, huffing and puffing, as he fervently writes down the teacher's every word. But you've heard all this from Mother many times before, so you take this moment to daydream a little. I will promise to take you to the capital once your studies are complete. But the teacher suddenly casts a stern look around the lecture hall and raises his voice at one of your classmates. A boy by the name of Brian jumps out of his seat. The teacher asks him to repeat what he had just said. Brian freezes and seems to shrink. He tries to muster a reply, but nothing comes out. The class becomes agitated. Someone is about to get punished. The teacher now looms over Brian. The boy's cheeks are flushed. His eyes are covered in tears. You all watch the teacher's iron-bound book as he raises it sharply, about to strike. Brian shrieks and raises a hand in front of him. A sudden flash. The teacher screams and buries his face in his arms. His hair is ablaze, and his skin is covered in horrible burns. It's magic, real magic, just like in the books about the Magro Rebellion. The class freezes in shock. There is a dull thud as the iron-bound book falls to the floor. Brian's hysterical laughter rends the silence. He stands up from his bench, fire in his eyes and sparks on his fingertips. There are screams now. Students run for the door. The teacher tries to extinguish his burning hair. Brian snaps his fingers and the books of Isaeus on the desk turn into pillars of flame. He laughs and raises his arms, and the curtains catch fire. The screams glow louder as the fire holds. Brian's face is tense and violent. His mouth is spewing flames and his whole body is shaking with laughter. He steps toward the door. You and Thomas glance at each other. He's going to burn the whole school down. Your friend's determination makes you brave. You run behind Brian and knock him off his feet. You both tumble to the floor. Even through his clothes, his body sears your flesh. Brian screams, convulses, and grabs Thomas by the shoulder with his burning hands. Thomas howls, but stays put, then knocks Brian senseless with several fierce blows to the head. There are servants fussing around the rooms now. They put out the fire and take away the teacher, his body covered in horrible burns. You and Thomas remain next to Brian, who is lying on the floor silent. Soon 3 men in black cloaks enter the doors of the school, each bearing an edict sealed with silver, the Inquisition. You and Thomas are told to step away from the witch. They lock Brian's neck in a silver collar and take him away. One of the inquisitors remains behind to tell the students what happened. That was magic, he explains, the ungodly power that twists the minds of men into savage instruments of murder. Only the sacred shackles of silver can hold it at bay. Only the power of twins can save us all from its evil grasp. The next day, you are forbidden from ever mentioning Brian's name again. He is no more. Okay, great. A great day looms ahead. 100 years ago, Uther Tempest was anointed to rule over the empire. Placed by the twins themselves, the emperor's reign continues into its second century. Celebrations in honor of the Tempest dynasty are held throughout the city, and the school is closed for 2 weeks because of that. On one of these evenings, father tells everyone that grandfather is going to bring Stefan back home for the holiday. They say families should celebrate the day of anointment together. You could benefit from your elder brother's company. With his noble education, Stefan might be able to teach you how noblemen are supposed to act. Soon Stefan arrives. He now handles himself differently. When it comes to ordering servants around and ignoring Gloria, he is still grandfather's double, but he's more grown up now and far less haughty to you. It is a dark winter evening. A damp cold winter sweeps through the city from the barren lands of Magra. You and Stefan are sitting in the library. He is telling you all about Eterna, the capital of the empire. It is full of so many wonders. The imperial palace, the enormous temple twins, the military academy, the imperial college. You have read so much about these places, yet he has seen them firsthand. Nathan enters the library. He looks concerned. I can't find Gloria. I looked everywhere. She's not in the attic, not in the sitting room, not in the kitchen. I heard she wanted to sneak off to the ruins of Char Milanides' palace. She could be lost in there. You and Stefan exchange looks. Char Milanides, the rebellious duke. The ruins of his palace are a dangerous place. Some children claim his tainted magic still lingers there, which means you absolutely have to make your way there and back again to prove you are not afraid of the long dead witch. Your brother tells you to wait. He leaves and soon returns with his sword in its sheath. Get ready, Michael. We are going to rescue Gloria. She must have gone to the ruins in search of inspiration for another one of your little rhymes. The two of you instruct Nathan to tell your parents you've gone for a walk in the square. You and your elder brother head outside. You are confused by Stefan's actions. He refuses to treat Gloria like a human being, so why is he still so determined to rescue her? Stefan notices your expression. Are you wondering why I care about Gloria all of a sudden? I can't act in any other way, can I? The law of honor compels me to protect my family. Gloria will never be a Brante, but father still took her into our house. I must respect his seniority and defend Gloria like she's one of our own. You're a Brante too, noble or not, which means it is your duty to aid me. The ruins of Char Milanides' palace span an entire district. The palace was abandoned centuries ago, and its remnants are overgrown with thick underbrush. The ruined palace is empty, nothing but cold wind blowing over the crumbling brickwork. Even the poor scum of the land steer clear of this place. You make your way through the ruins until you spot scattered sheets of paper covered in writing, your sister's writing. You hear loud laughter coming from behind, and you hear loud laughter coming from behind the dilapidated stone wall nearby. You pull yourself up to peer over it. Gloria is lying on the ground, face down, twitching and sobbing. A gaggle of drunk young thugs surround her, cackling and swinging their arms about. You hear their shouts. "Look at last, she's there, run, vodka. She thinks she's on number, but don't you worry about that. We're gonna teach her a place." One of the loudspeakers spits at Gloria as she lies there. Get away from her this instant, you bastards, or I'll spill your guts. They respond with mocking laughter. Stefan draws his sword. The street thugs recoil in fear, but they soon notice that he's only one armed man against many. They start reaching out for sticks and stones. Stay by my side! Don't let them flank me! Stefan's hand shakes, but he looks ready for battle. He is outnumbered. For a moment, you hesitate. Perhaps it might be better to run to the nearby district and call for guards. The young thugs are already armed with makeshift weapons. They start approaching you and Stefan cautiously. So what can we do? We can charge the attackers. It means you grab the heaviest rock you can find and get ready to fight. We can follow your brother orders. And yeah, we have willpower for that. That's great. So you get busy defending Stefan while his sword does the attacking. Or we can call the gods. You leave the fighting to Stefan and run for help. So we kind of just run away and only Stefan is there. So what's your choice?